Hello, this will be a simple demonstration video of ClearView. This project is kind of different because it was requested by one of my close friends who does window cleaning side hustle. And he asked me to create a simple web app to help him manage his customers slash jobs. And I really try to focus on simplicity because his like business isn't like a big business and it doesn't involve any complex logic. So I try to make this web app as simple as it could be. And the reason why he requested was he was using or still is using a notes app on iPhone to track his customers and upcoming jobs for his business, like his side hustle. And he said it's really hard to manage because he has to like write every customer's like name down and he has to scroll up and stuff. So he asked me to create a simple one, and I accepted it. For the tech stack that I use React with TypeScript, and I try to make some test cases for the front end because when I make a change on my like existing feature, or if I add new features, I don't want to break the rules that I've already made right now, as I was building the web app for the front end. So I want the rules to be followed. And for backend, I use Spring Boot, and of course I had to test it with JUnit 5 and Mockito. But I, but I also made some like simple test cases, nothing too complex. Also wanted to like follow the rules that I've created for my backend also. And for database, I use PostgreSQL because it has high compatibility with Spring Boot. And for API integration slash map, I use Mapbox API because I've used this before, and I was torn between Google Maps API and Mapbox API, but the complexity of where we're at right now for this web app, I didn't really think that we would need a Google Maps, so I chose Mapbox. And for authentication, I use Spring Security plus JWT. And for CI/CD, I use GitHub Actions to run the tests for all the front end plus back end every time I push, which will be redeployed every time I push. And I think we could start the demo while we could go over the features while I'm doing the demo. And for the features, before I start, I really try to focus on the features that my friend mentioned. So it's just really simple. So to start off, I'm going to create a new account called, let's say like tester 123, and create a password. And for the login, I'll just use the account that I just made. And this is the main page to start off. Let's just follow this one. Add a new job. So we could click this one, click this button to add a new job. But before we go, here are like the little boxes of showing like upcoming jobs that you have right now, unpaid jobs for today, and revenue. And these are like the expanded versions of these little boxes. And let's start with adding a job. You have two options. You could either, or basically three options. You could either create a new job manually or with a customer. But since we don't have any customers right now, since it's newly created account, let's go with manual. So the first customer's name will be like Hayden, and the address could be like 123 Rain Drive Road, and 31st on Halloween, and the price would be like $50. And these notes are optional, but an example could be 3 windows plus like 5 big windows, and you could create a new job. And after you create a new job, you could see it here. You could also edit it later on, or you could also view it through just view jobs. And here you could like delete it or mark as paid. If I do mark as paid, it creates like a new category. It usually creates a new category down below, but since we only have one job, it got replaced. But it's now in the paid category, and we could go to the revenue, which is right here. And so far we've made $50. And these are like the monthly breakdowns. And another way to add a job is through a customer, but we don't have a customer right now, so let's create a customer. A new customer could be Jack, and the phone number could be like 123, and the email could be like this, and three. This could be the address. And after we create a new customer, we could go to this create customer and select this customer. And let's say this customer wants a new job on the 1st. He especially requested the customer one because he had to. There's some people who asked him to like clean their windows every like 3 months or so. So he said he was tired of writing down their names again and again. So he explicitly told me to, or like requested to make the customer feature. And for the price, you could do like $100 for this one. And since the notes are optional, we don't have to add anything. If we create a new job, as you can see, Jack is our customer name, and it shows up like this. And a third way to add a new job is to use this like map feature. And let's say somebody wants like a Windows service like here. You could create a job. Customer name would be like, could be let's say, I can't think of a name, Georgia, and job date could be on like the 7th of November. The price would be like more expensive, let's say $300, and say like 2020 Windows to clean. Make sure to like notify the homeowner, and we could create a job doing this, and it shows up like this. And I think I've went over everything. Also do like the revenue. Here's like the unpaid. It also includes like the upcoming jobs also. And here's like the total amount of money that you can make plus that you've already made. And these are the monthly breakdowns, which includes the jobs that I've created for November. And yeah, I believe that this web app will be used by a total of one person, but I hopefully he uses it and makes money off of his window site also, and maybe grows it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great night or a great day. Bye bye.